do want to do that single trail stuff. And while that kind of single trail super hardcore stuff is probably a more limited and a more specialist group within the...
Well, hey folks, this is John with Ozarks Backroads. We're back out for another day here in the Smoky Mountains, North Carolina. We're out on a camping adventure on the mighty Ibex, the Ibex 800T, our CFMOTO. We have ridden it out from south central Missouri over here to North Carolina. It's about, I'm about 700 miles, I'd say, from the world headquarters over here. So I'm really not sure where we're going today. We're just going to ride up in the mountains and see what we find. Stick around, we'll take a ride on the big CFMOTO in the great Smoky Mountains in North Carolina. So we're out for day 2 on the big CFMOTO, riding around in the Smoky Mountains. I really don't have any destination today. I'm just looking at Google Maps and picking little roads that run up in through the mountains. And we'll see what happens. I'd say as long as we're in the mountains, it'll be all right. Pikes Peak Road. That's liable to be steep. Tell you what, it's crooked. Kind of got to pay attention. And not be in a hurry. I think that's the main thing. There's no sense in being in a hurry. I got nowhere to go and I got all day to get there, so being in a hurry don't make any sense at all. I got somebody behind me. He's probably a local in a hurry, wanting to get somewhere. And I'm gawking at the barns and stuff, like that old log. That's a log barn from back in the day right there. A log barn. Looks like they were still using it. Or shack, I guess, an old shack. Little cabin, that's kind of cool. Okay, there is a lake up here. I thought there was. Little small lake. So apparently it said it's Pine Creek Lake. They've dammed up Pine Creek and made this little lake here. I'm gonna pull in here. Well, here's a nice shot of Pine Creek Lake. They did a pretty nice job on this one. I'll give them an A+. Give them all the cookies. Really pretty. Well, we had a look at Pine Creek Lake there. I put the drone up on the lake, just made a little circle. It looked like it was pretty nice. Hopefully it'll turn out all right. According to the map, this is one sharp little, yeah. This is the real McCoy right there. Some of these corners mean business. I'm giving them all the benefit of the doubt since I've never been over this road. Really hard to see in this dappled light anything on the road. Can't see a thing. So hopefully there's nothing on this road, just road. 3,868 feet of elevation right here. They call it the Eastern Continental Divide. I don't know much about it, but it's 3,860 feet. Man, there's so many people in this little town, there's nowhere for them to park. They're parked everywhere. Gifts, gadgets, and mercantile. A den of tourism right there. And all the accoutrements that accompany it. Whew, we're rolling now. 46 miles an hour. That may be the fastest I've gone today. You're going 41, boy. We got to take you in. Holy crap, 57 miles an hour. Woo, that may be a state record. Possible. Woo. Beautiful. And way off in the distance, you can see the river and another lake. So they got a lot of lakes on that river. Really pretty. That was a nice overlook. Really pretty. Don't know what lake that was, but might be able to find it on a map. Got some waterfalls along through here on this river, but I don't know. I think you can see them from the road. I think you got to get out and hike on some trails. Whitewater Falls. That was one of them. Maybe it is accessible without having to do a bunch of hiking. We're going to find out. Where does this go? Whitewater Falls viewing area, 1/2 mile. Let's see what it costs. $3. 1/2 mile walk. That's a mile round trip. Was it worth the hike?
It was really worth it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Is it up and down?
Yeah, you go down. So actually, and it's just like a sidewalk. It's
Yeah.
paved.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then you get stairs. The stairs are wooden stairs.
Yeah.
There's different platforms, and you go down.
Perfect. I'll do it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
The man from Europe says, go see it. It is a 1/2 mile walk to the viewing point, but if you're going to have to walk, this is a pretty good area to do it in. This is really pretty. We're almost there. I think we got about another 1/4 mile or so. We should be there. I think we've made it to the viewing point for the upper falls, which is up here. That's really pretty. Quite a bit of water coming over there. And then there's a kind of a mid falls, and then there's a lower section we can't see from here. We got to go on down the trail a little ways to see the bottom of the falls. Pretty darn cool. Well, this is the best view of the falls that I've found. Pretty darn sweet. Tell you what, after all that hiking, standing on one of those rocks right there looks like a pretty good proposition, but I'm not going to hike that far to get to that. Really sweet. That one was a winner for sure. There's another fall on down the road about 8 or 10 miles we're going to go check out, called Turtleback Falls. Yeah, I got my cardio in on that little expedition. There was a bunch of steps going down to that lower viewing platform, and a bunch of stairs and steps going up out of there. Whew. I had to stop. They had several benches along the way. I had to test ride those. They all seem to be in pretty good shape. Trail rides and gem mine. I'm not sure what kind of gems they're mining here, but I see a lot of gem shops and gem mines and gem mine tours. I guess we could go into a gem shop and find out. They'd probably tell you all about it. Oh, they're ditching in utilities. That is not a fun job. I did that. I pipelined, putting pipeline in for a while, and that's some pretty hard work, I'll tell you. I was young and pretty good horse. Didn't hurt me, but it was hard work. I did a little investigation on this Turtleback Falls situation here, and it turns out it's about a 3-mile hike. I'm just not up to another big hike. So I think I'm going to pass on the Turtleback Falls. It's not nearly as impressive as the one we just saw. It's not nearly that big. So we'll move on. I'm going to head around, take the long way back to Cashier's. They've got some gem shops there in town, but I would like to go into one of them gem shops and just see what it is that they're finding here. What gems they're getting. Take a look at them. I don't know what they mine here, but there's a lot of little gem mines here. Blue Ridge Public Safety? We don't need no public safety. What are you talking about? They don't even know what a guardrail is. You're talking about public safety. Well, I ran across this little roadside attraction on the way back to Franklin this afternoon. I almost passed this up, but I turned around and came back, and boy, I'm glad I did. This is just a gorgeous little waterfall right here. This is Dry Falls. We're on Highway 64, east of Franklin a little ways. What a beautiful place. That's beautiful. Sun coming through there, that's really nice. Folks, we're in downtown Franklin, North Carolina. I'm camped just outside of town a few miles. We're going to take a walk down the old historic part of town, look at a few things, and there is a gem shop down here that's going to have some examples of some of these sapphires there, or the sapphire mineral they're pulling out of these mines. There's quite a few mines around this area. We'll go check that out as well. Well, we're right here in downtown Franklin, the old part of the town. Here's the old jailhouse. It's a museum now from back in the day, and right here is an old log cabin. Look at this fancy rock flue they built for this back in the day, and it's got the correct period 10 on it, the standing seam. That's the real deal right there. Next to this little cabin, they've got some millstones. I don't know if these are rhyolite or granite or what they are. They may just be granite millstones. And you can see how they were made. And the grain would run in between two of these stones, or this stone and a flat stone, and then it would eventually come out the edge of the stone as ground meal. Pretty cool. This was high technology in the 1700s and 1800s. The sign out on the street here says that this little cabin was built in 1860, right where it stands. I'm sure Franklin wasn't nearly as big as it is now in 1860. That's pretty cool, and that old tin on there has been, that's from back in the day. I don't know about 1860. This was probably a shake roof, a split cedar shake roof, I imagine. But that might have been put on around the turn of the century or before, so it's pretty old too. Really neat little cabin. I don't know if this is the original railing on it or not. Hard to say, but it looks like it's all hand-hewn timbers up here, so I'd say some of it's original. Looks like this little porch is. I'm sure the floorboards and steps and all are new, but it's pretty cool. It's got a new door on it. Oh, you can see in it. We got to look in it. See what's in here. Yep. There you go. You can see better than I can. Got a little baby bed. That's a wonderful fireplace back there. I've got some stuff sitting around. There's an old spinning wheel. Folks needed clothes. Every house had a spinning wheel, kind of like a sewing machine was later on. Okay, I think we're at a likely location here to maybe find some of this sapphire mineral they're bringing out of the ground here. Well, here's some of the minerals they're pulling out of the ground. And then they make this jewelry out of it. Sapphire and garnet jewelry. So now we know what they're pulling out of this. She said all this came from Macon, Georgia right here. Or Macon County, North Carolina. So, yeah, there's sapphire right there. Pink sapphire, that's kind of pretty. And there's ruby. They've got a museum in the back of the building. This is said to be the world's largest sapphire at 385 pounds. So I guess you have to clean it all off and uncover the sapphire inside of that. And they got a lot of stuff, a lot of rubies, and all this stuff came from North Carolina as well. Tells what mine they got them from. Who'd have thought all this going on here? Well, folks, I appreciate y'all hanging out with me for another day over here in North Carolina. Had a pretty good day on the Ibex. Got to see some really pretty stuff. That one waterfall was just magnificent. It was a pretty good hike to get there and to get out of there, but I think it was worth it. I invite you to come back and see me. We'll jump on something and go somewhere. Till I catch up with you again, you all take care of yourselves. We'll catch you next time.